Okay, so this is the these are the instructions you need to follow if you're logging in either to one of the school Chromebooks, or it might be that you're logging into your own Chromebook if that's what you have access to at home. Just to bear in mind, if you are using your own Chromebook, then you will need to log out of your existing account first for this information to work. So make sure you've done that before then trying to log in with your school account. So if we look at the first slide here, and it tells us here. So on this first screen, so when you open one of the school Chromebooks, it'll ask you to sign into your Chromebook. And if you're using your own Chromebook, it will have something similar to this, asking you to sign in. Now, here on this first screen, what you'll need to do is put what's in this box. If it's a school Chromebook, you just put in the green part. If it's your own Chromebook, one of your own, you need to put in the green and the pink. You need to type both of those steps in. Okay. Remember, hold down the Shift key to make your capital letters. And also remember any full stops if there are full stops. Okay. Here I've just highlighted where obviously those keys are on your keyboard. Okay. Let's move on to the next part. Again, if the pink part isn't there, then you will need to type that in as well. Next thing. Now, it will then move on to another screen that looks like this. And what you'll need to do on this screen, what you'll need to do now on this screen is we're moving on to the yellow. So on here, you're going to type in the yellow part. And again, it looks very similar, but this bit just has at Primrose Hill after it, whereas this one has at Primrose Hill Primary.uk. So you're just going to type in all of the yellow parts. Whatever's on your login card that you've got, you type in that yellow bit. Okay? You type in that yellow bit. Again, remember, shift for the capital letters and the at sign, which is up here. Remember, hold down shift to do the at sign. And remember as well, full stops if you have them. And then the box underneath here, this is where we're going to put our password. Now, please don't put this password in. Sorry, let's just move on. Please don't put that password in because obviously that won't work. You've got your own password on your login card that I sent out earlier today. So use that login there. Remember, if you need to see what you are typing, you can click on the I to show you what you are typing, just to make sure you're typing it correctly. If you have done that correctly and you've managed to log in, then what should happen is you'll get a screen come up like this, similar to this. It'll look like this. It'll say Primrose Hill down here. It'll say Launchpad App, and it'll say RM Unify at the top. Now, what I will do is I will just open screen to show you what will happen when you log in. So when you've logged in, this is what you'll be faced with. So this is the instructions of how to log in if you're on a laptop or a PC, desktop PC, or a MacBook, something like that. Something that's not a tablet, not a Chromebook, but pretty much anything else. So you should have already downloaded Google Chrome, like I asked you to earlier, and it should look something similar to this. Okay, ready to log in to Google Chrome. If it doesn't, what it means is you're probably signed in at the top here. So all you would need to do is just click that little icon there and then sign out. And then you are ready to get started to log in. So you can see here it says get started, already a Chrome user, sign in. So you click on there, already a Chrome user, sign in, because we are. And you will have received your login that looks something like this. Okay, this is a temporary one that I use for situations like this. So I'm going to be using this one, but you use the one that I've sent to you. So on this first screen here, what we need to do, when it's asking for the email, we need to put in this part here, and it's all of this. So it's the green and the pink. So we type in there our username. So you type in whatever the username is on your login card. But the pink bit will be the same for everyone. Okay, make sure you put the capital letters and numbers if there are any numbers, and full stops as well if you've got full stops. Yep, so make sure they all go, because if you don't put those, it won't work. Okay, and then you click next, and then it's going to take you to a second signing in page. Now, you should only have to do this once to sign into Google, unless you sign out again. You will then have to do this bit again. But now on this screen, what we need to do is the yellow part. So we're going to put that yellow part in there. Again, capital letters, full stops, and numbers if you've got them. But this time it's just the at Primrose Hill. So you can see there, Year 5 at Primrose Hill, on the yellow, Year 5 at Primrose Hill. Now obviously I've blanked out the password, but we're going to put the password in there. Now remember, if you want to see what you're typing, click on the I, and you'll be able to see what you're typing. So if I type this, there we go, hello everyone. I can see what I'm typing, but I'm going to turn it off for obvious reasons while I put the password in to this account. And then you can leave that unticked for now. Oh, actually, no, we'll tick it. Let's tick it. And then we click sign in. And then what should happen, this box might come up, so we're going to click save on there, turn on sync. And what's going to happen now is it's going to sign us in for the first time into the Google account. Now, we can get rid of this. If that comes up, get rid of this one, because you should have one that says this, verify that it's you. That should come up. You just click continue on there. And then what it will do, this box will come up. And what you want to do is link data. So don't click cancel, click on link data. And then when it says turn on sync, you want to click yes, I'm in. Basically what you've done there is you've told it, yes, I want you to show me all the things that I see when I'm in school. So all my favourites, all my saved bookmarks, all those sorts of things. Now, you'll get the Google screen like this. What you want to do is you want to go and click on the picture of the house. And what that will do is that will take you to the RM Unify landing page here. Now, on this page here, you will be able to access the majority of pretty much all the things you might need for completing your live lessons. Okay, guys, so this video is going to explain how you need to log in if you're using a tablet device. So that could be an iPad or it could be an Android device. So the next bit will show you how we do that using the apps that I asked you to download before. So make sure you've got your login card, because you're going to need that now. And yeah, let's have a look at how we do that.
Okay, so the quickest way I found to be able to log in on a tablet, whether that's iPad or whether that's an Android tablet or any other sort of tablet, using the apps, that's what we're using. We're going to be using the Google apps. The quickest way I found is to use the Gmail app, because once we've signed in through that, it just makes it a little bit quicker to sign into the other Google products that we might be using as part of these live lessons, like Google Meet, like Google Classroom, and some of the other apps that I asked you to download in preparation for this. So we're going to go ahead and open Gmail. So Gmail looks like this down here. So I'm going to tap on that, and it'll come up with this screen asking me to sign in. So I'm going to sign in and click on Google. Press continue. And then on this screen here now, it's going to ask me for my email address. Okay, so that is my school account, which is here. The green and the pink together. So all of those together. That's what I'm going to be typing in here. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. Remember, on yours, you'll have capital letters. You will have a full stop somewhere as well. And you may have numbers. So make sure all of those are put in the right places. And if it's a capital letter, make sure you put the capital letter. Full stop, make sure you put the full stop. So I'm just checking I've done that right. Yes, I have. So I'll just get rid of the keyboard, slide this out of the way for a minute. So I'm going to click on next. And then what should happen is not that. If that does happen, what you have to do is just to cancel and just keep trying. Unfortunately, that is the only way to get around that. I have no idea. I've still never worked out why it does that. But we're going to give this another go. And let's see. And you can see this time now it's worked, because that's the screen you should come up with. Okay, so if that does happen and you get that error screen, just go back, try again until you get to this screen. And then what should happen is now what I'm going to do is I now need to put the yellow bit in. So this is this bit here, the yellow bit, which is RM Unify login, because that's what we're on. We're on RM Unify. So I'm now going to type in the yellow bit, which is, again, capital letters. Make sure you put the capital letters, full stops, put the full stops. Numbers, make sure you put the numbers. And then obviously in the password field, here, it's going to be this password here. Obviously I blanked it out for obvious reasons, but on yours it'll be the blue bit. And remember, you can click on the I, and what that does, that shows you what you type. Remember, tap it again, you can turn that off. So I'm just going to put in the password for this account. And click sign in when you've done that. And that's because I didn't put the password in properly. Let's see if, see, even Mr. Samuel doesn't get it right all of the time. There we go. And then what should happen is it will sign you in to Gmail. Now you can ignore any of these sorts of emails that come up now. But what we've basically done there is now we've managed to sign in to our Google account, because it's come up and it's showing us our emails that we might have in our email account. But we can ignore those for now. So I'm going to get off that.
So to access Google Meet and join the live lesson, this is what you'll need to do. If you're using a PC or a Mac or a Chromebook, these are the instructions you need to follow. We'll come on to if you're using a tablet or a mobile device in a moment. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you get onto this screen. Now you should have already logged in, so you'll say up here if you've logged in. It'll say your username up there. If you need to get to this screen, what you need to do is you just click this house icon here, and what that will do is it will load up this page. And once this page is loaded up, you can see that somewhere on this screen you will have this icon down here that says Google Meet. And what we do, it'll be somewhere on the screen. It might not be at the bottom, it might be somewhere up near the top up here, but it will be somewhere on your screen. So if we click that icon, and what that does, it opens up Google Meet for us. And then over here on the right hand side it says use a meeting code. Now the teacher will give you that meeting code, probably via Class Dojo, and they'll tell you what code to use. Now this could be anything. It can be numbers, it could be letters, it could even just be a word, and they'll probably just use a simple word. So for example, they might say the code for today's live lesson is going to be the word cat. So you would just click use a meeting code, and in the box you would type in the meeting code that they've given you. Now at the moment, what you'll see will happen is if I click continue, it's come up there, you are not allowed to start a meeting. Basically what that means is the teacher hasn't started the live lesson yet, so I'm not allowed to join it. Okay, but what I'm going to just do is go over to here on my other screen, just do it here, and I'm going to start the meeting now as a teacher, and you'll see the difference in what actually happens. So if I now type in again, use a meeting code, and I try that again. For instance, this is just an example, don't try this, it might not be the word that they use. And I click continue. What you will see now happens is it's ready to join, and then what we do is we click on the join now, and it'll say there probably the teacher's name is already on the call, and you can see there's my lovely face. So if we click join now, and that will give you access into the meeting. So then you will into the live lesson, and the teacher then will be able to be doing everything in the live. We'll be doing everything in the live lesson. So now we're just going to quickly look at how we do this using a mobile device.
So if you're using a tablet or mobile device, then you should have already downloaded the Google Meet app. If you haven't, then you'll need to do that now. And it looks like this, coloured camera icon. And what you'll do is you just making sure that obviously you've already used Gmail down here to sign in, and then if you click on the Meet icon, this will come up and it will give you the option there to join a meeting. Now, if we try and join a meeting now that's not already started, this is what happens. So for example, the teacher might have given you the code, like we said just a minute ago, CAT. We try and use that to join a meeting. It will kick us out and tell us that either the meeting's already ended or we're not allowed to start a meeting. So click dismiss. So you do need to wait until the teacher has started the meeting. So let me just go ahead and start that now so you can see the difference of what will happen between the two. So if we try and put that word in again, CAT to join a meeting, press enter. And what you'll see now, you can see my face there because my camera's on, and it will say there in the call, and it should say on there the teacher's name. So if you then can go ahead, see there it says in the call, teacher's name, and then you can go ahead and click on join. And then what should happen is you should be able to have accessed the live lesson, and you'll be able to see the teacher there ready to start the lesson.